Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. This is actually a tough pick for me. I like, well, I'm looking at 4 cards, I guess I should say, and it's really it's Nimble Obstructionist, it's Burning Fist Minotaur, it's Puncturing Blow, and it's Tormented Venom. So the general rule of thumb in most drafts are take the removal over the creature. However, both of these creatures are exceptionally good. I almost want to just say take the Burning Fist Minotaur. This card really does just win games. Early, it just beats in. Late, it has to be blocked, or it just kills you. Like, it just deals like 6 damage out of nowhere. It's a 2-drop that just ends up dealing so much damage in a game. I think it is the Minotaur over the Puncturing Blow, and even the Obstructionist. Even though Obstructionist is a card I really like a lot, too, and has probably got a little bit of value to it, 40 cents, I guess not that much. But Burning Fist Minotaur, just an incredibly strong card, so I have no problem taking it here. Follow-up pick. Well, we have If Near Deadlands, we have Oketra's Avenger, and we have Puncturing Blow. So we could take the Puncturing Blow. It's obviously a good removal spell. It goes with our first pick. We could take the Oketra's Avenger. It's another just powerhouse 2-drop that just obviously puts people away, like the Burning Fist Minotaur. I'm okay with that. I guess we kind of commit ourselves early to 2 colors. Maybe I do just take the Puncturing Blow, but I mean, Oketra's Avenger is the real deal in terms of premium 2-drops. Alright, let's just take the better card in Oketra's Avenger. I do think Oketra's Avenger is better than Puncturing Blow, so we're going to be a little bit unsafe here and just take the stronger card. And I think it is actually probably the best card in this pack. I like that If Near Deadlands a lot, though, I should say. So we have Overcome now, Blur of Blades, another Avenger. Probably Avenger number 2 over Blur of Blades as well. This card, really, it cannot be overstated how much Oketra's Avenger just keeps attacking. It is just a little engine that could, deals all sorts of damage. I think we'll just take it. Okay, so now we have Sandblast, Blur of Blades. I almost want to just go Blur of Blades over Sandblast. There's also another Deadlands, I should say, a Bone Slasher, and Spellweaver Eternal, which is good. So Sandblast deals with more things. Blur of Blades deals damage to the opponent, which is also nice. And I would argue that Blur of Blades is still very, very strong with both the Avenger and the Minotaur. The -1/-1 counter allows you to kill 3 toughness creatures without discarding. And with the Avenger, you just exert and you can kill 4 toughness creatures. And 4 is, I think, the magic number in this format in terms of toughness. We're going to take the Blur over the Sandblast. I don't actually know if that's right. Okay, now we have Camel, Devastator, Kenra. Well, Camel's cheaper than Devastator. However, Devastator has the Afflict, which at a certain point in the game just ends your opponent, which is pretty good. So I see. Yeah, Camel versus Devastator. I think Devastator's a 4-drop. Camel's. I'm gonna go Devastator. I don't actually know if this is right. If you get too many Devastators, I guess it's bad, but Afflict is really good when you're hyper aggro. Okay, so we can take Active Heroism now. There's obviously a Hostile Desert in here. I'm going to guess its price at 2 cents is my guess. Oh, 49 cents. Much more than I thought. Well, I mean, it is a desert that can make your cycle lands into 3/4 creatures. I probably still just take an Active Heroism and consider myself happy to get a combat trick that maybe kills an opponent. Let's just take it, shall we? Now we have Desert of the True or Desert of the Fervent. Well, what's better, my white or my red? I guess they're pretty spot on dead even right now, aren't they? So I have a removal spell in my red. I think I give the edge to Burning Fist Minotaur over Avenger just because 2-drop, 2 power, first strike, pumping. So I think we'll go red. Although at this point, I admit I'm just sort of going down the path here of Boros. There's Gilded Ceradon, but we'll take the Sandblast now. Be happy enough with that. So now there is Crash Through and Granitic Titan. I would say it's very unlikely that I play either of them, but probably more likely I would want the Titan. Well, you know what they say. What's better than one Granitic Titan? Two. Two is what they say. Although they're probably wrong, since neither are likely to make the deck. Saving Grace. Well, I've found Saving Grace to be usually pretty devastating when I play against it. However, I don't think this is the right deck for it. However, we'll still take it because we got to cut that white. We're just going to pass these. We're going to let someone rock that sweet, sweet Apocalypse Demon, Grizzly Survivor, Life Goes On deck. Just take the red card. There we go. Just get the bear back. Oh, did I just say bear back? That was unintentional. Okay. Dream Stealer. Jeez, that card's good too. What else we got in here? I don't think it's worth all that much though. What is it worth? It's definitely the strongest card here. It's only 47 cents. All right. So there's Chandra's Defeat. There's Aven of Enduring Hope, which I actually like. Yeah, I'd probably take the Aven over the sideboard card, even though Chandra's Defeat is very good. I think we want the Flyer. That's good against your opposing aggro decks. There's also a Thorn Malik, which is a 3-drop, isn't fine, but we'll take the Evasive Dude. I think I'm just going to have to accept it. Passing that Dream Stealer. What a lucky duck, whoever gets that. I'm just going to put these in the side now. I don't think it's happening. So what do we have here? Another Aven or a Bear in Paramount, although unlikely to get more zombies. I guess we do have a Frontline Devastator, and there are other white zombies. Not the Rob Zombie band, but there are other white-colored zombies. Probably just take the Aven, I think. They're good. They're deceptively good. I rated them fairly low at the beginning, but I've found them to be much better than I initially thought they would be. So we'll take it. So now there's third Aven, Gilded Ceradon, Jeru. I guess we just keep taking Avens. Ceradon's good too, but I guess we'll take the Flyer. Alright, getting cut in red now, it seems like. There's a Devastator. Ooh, well, never mind. Then we just get an Open Fire. Well, okay, Open Fire then. Over Devastator, over Paramount. No problemo. Well, what do we got here? We got Puncturing Blow. We do have Resolute Survivors, though, and we have... Oh, man. Why do they have to be in the same pack? Puncturing Blow is strong removal. Resolute Survivors, there's just no way it can come back. There's not enough picks left. This card is good. This card is good. But removal is good, too. Jeez. What are we rocking for removal right now? We've got Active Heroism, Blur of Blades, Sandblast, Open Fire. Ugh. Man, that's tough. I'm going to take the Survivors over Puncturing Blow. I guess you could go either way, but I've found Survivors to be pretty good. Besides being a 3-mana 3/3, which I guess isn't even that busted nowadays, the Exert effect is actually very relevant. Alright. Taking the Desert over the Disposal Mummy and the Crash Through, so... okay. Dauntless Aven is good, especially with our Oketra's Avengers. Taking it over Gideon's Defeat and the Desert. I like Flyers. And this card is at its best in this archetype, I would argue, because of all of the Exert creatures. Although, I guess we're still hunting for more than 3. But, hey, we'll find him in Amonkhet. Jaru's Renunciation. Then there's Leave to Chance, which is more of a sideboard card. Solitary Camel, I guess we'll just take because we have a couple deserts, and the lifelink can definitely be good. Jaru's Renunciation doesn't strike me as a card that probably makes the main deck anyway. Chandra's Defeat came back. Well, that's great. We're taking over Sentinel, which I don't really want to run anyway, and Chandra's Defeat is an excellent sideboard card, so that works for me. Don't need any of this. Guess we'll cut the red card, because Dutiful Servants is whatever. Don't need any of it. I guess we'll take the Manolith, because it's colorless anyway, not really. Alright, we'll take the white card. It's actually a good sideboard card to have. I guess so is Crook of Condemnation, but I found Godfarer's Faithful to be very good in like the blue-red tempo match. Alright, Active Heroism is just fine. We're actually... Alright, we'll take the Mummy, sure. I don't think we want to play it. I don't think we're going to play it, but we'll actually put real sideboard cards in this pile right here. So yes, Godfarer's Faithful is a legitimate sideboard card, oddly enough. But Gaining Life and stopping the blue-red tempo mess is very good. Hazaret's Favor. Electrify, Spearmaster, Thresher Lizard. All of these are good. May just take the Electrify, although 3 Aven of Enduring Hopes is a little bit on the high side. I probably still take Electrify. Like, I took the Survivors over the Puncturing Blow, but I think Survivors is better than Spearmaster, although, I mean, that's arguable too. I actually don't know. I guess because it has 1 toughness, it is worse. And Thresher Lizard is just legitimately good. So often is it just a 3 mana 4/4. But Electrify is instant speed removal, unlike Puncturing Blow, but it only deals 4. I think we still do Electrify. I'm not exactly sure on that. Hopefully we wheel the Lizard or the Spearmaster. That would be a gift. So now there's Inciter to get that haste, or take the Spearmaster now, or the Cat, or the Adept. So Inciter is probably what we want, just because it's cheap, and just powering out your creatures and getting in with them is very good. Plus, it's just fine with a combat trick too. Alright, we'll take the Inciter here. I guess it's possible to wheel it, but then again, I mean, we can wheel the Spearmasters too. So there's Mighty Leap now, or Nimble Blade Kenra, or Grasping Dunes. Actually, Grasping Dunes is... I found this card to be better than I thought it would be. Despite being a colorless land, and us only needing basically 1 card that actually requires a desert, this kills things. A land that kills things cannot be overlooked. I'm going to take it over the Mighty Leap in Kenra. I've found it to be good, like I said. So we have a True Heart Duelist, Fanbearer, Cartouche of Zeal, Sure Shot. I think we just got to take the Fanbearer. This card's fantastic. Tap your thing down. My turn. Tap your thing down. Swing in. Sounds good. Seems good, one could say. Okay, Innoketra's name. Violent Impact. Sparring Mummy. Well, Mummy does seem to be premium when you have a lot of Exert. Unfortunately, we do not, but I'll still take it. True Heart Duelist? No. We gotta take that Talkrop Elite. Taking it over Brute Strength, despite the fact that I love Brute Strength. Elite just wins games. Just wins games. Excellent with Dauntless Haven as well. Another Grasping Dunes, but I think we're going to take the Inciter this time over the Shepherd as well, and the Blazing Volley. Take that Inciter, be happy enough about it, give our guys hastiness, and begin to bash in. So I probably would prefer to not run triple Haven of Enduring Hope. We'll see if we can get lucky and wheel some... I mean, pack 3 should be our white pack, but if we can get either of those Spearmasters back, that would be pretty nice. Brute Strength now? What a gift. Taking it over Sparring Mummy, Hone Kopesh, and the Blazing Volley. Pretty easily a 16-land deck at this point. Even though we have 3/5 drops, I think we're still just fine. Well, luckily enough, we got Spearmaster right back. Let's see if we get the other one back, too. Then we could drop one of our Avens for it and just have ourselves a real nice curve with plenty of Exert synergies. Although a Defiant Kenra is pretty unexciting as well. I mean, it's just a 2-drop. I guess we only have 4 2-drops, so... Oh, we did get both Spearmasters back. Yeah, we're going to take the Spearmaster over the Cat. I like the Cat, too, though. But we'll take the Spearmaster. I could actually cut the Defiant Kenra. I mean, it definitely feels like the most mediocre creature in our deck. And I can definitely run a Mighty Leap over an Active Heroism. I have no problem with that. Fly right over top of your creatures. True Heart Duelist. Well, alright. Now I can probably cut one of the Avens. Because I definitely think Duelist is... I mean, Duelist is obviously better than Kenra. Strictly better. But the Embalm on this is actually very relevant too. Especially since we're kind of a combat trick heavy deck. This looks good. This definitely looks good. Plenty of creatures. No group pump, which is kind of a problem, but we've got good removal too. We've got Electrify, Sandblast, Open Fire, Blur Blades, Active Heroism, Brute Strength, Mighty Leap. Yeah, it's pretty good. And we have the Fanbearer. Alright, take this. Ooh, got both Duelists. Well, that's interesting. Maybe I dropped the Sparring Mummy? I actually don't hate Sparring Mummy, and we probably have enough Exert, but... I think I would rather just focus in on these 2-drops. I mean, the nice thing about Embalm creatures, especially relatively cheap Embalm creatures like the Duelist, is that you can afford to trade a trick plus your 2-drop if you can bring your 2-drop back later. So I think that is pretty relevant. This deck looks good. I mean, Pretty standard issue Boros Beats, but I like it. I'm trying to think if am I supposed to run another Aven somewhere? What's the weakest creature in my deck now? I don't know, maybe an Inciter, but no, this actually looks just really good. Like, I really like this deck. This is like my bread and butter. And yes, I think we're just gonna go ahead and run it like this. So let's put our deserts in there. Grasping Dunes, our removal spell, nice. So we need more white than red, but we don't have any double color, which is actually a very nice perk of this deck. So I guess we do, let's see here. No, let's do this. So this would be 8, 7, 8, 7, yeah. I like it. Boros Beats. Looks good to me. Good curve, good removal, some good synergies. Yep, this is it. This is the deck. We'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1.